Welcome to the Wild Magic School Bus. My name is Michelle Piper, but you might know me as Kenneth Quinn. You know, the rootin' tootin' one. This Dungeons & Dragons podcast may contain fantasy violence and language, so maybe don't tell your mom about us, unless she's real cool. Our content warnings can be found in episode descriptions, so now that you've been properly warned, buckle up and crack a window, because it's time to start the adventure and witness D&D the way it was meant to be endured.
No more drug dealers allowed on dating apps. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wild Magic School Bus, the most unprofessional D&D podcast. I, of course, am your DM, Calvin Piper, and these you are. Wait a minute, Drew. And these are the players. Go ahead and go around the table.
Matt, you go first.
I'm Matt, TBD.
Nice.
In the house.
Michelle, Kenneth, period.
Also in the house.
Lucius, Kane. Super cool.
In the house.
And Preston, no, that's my name.
Which, so what's your real name? There's
Preston.
Quick look behind the curtain. I don't know my character name because the Wi-Fi's down.
Ooh, I wanted to be the one to talk trash about this shitty Wi-Fi.
It's not.
Follow it up. Do one better. Do one better.
Ooh, Drew. I'm playing Zeph, and I'm so angry about this Wi-Fi that I'm not going to do this little short thing that everyone else is doing with their intro. I'm going to diatribe. I'm going to diatribe about how technology, a new development that's meant to make our life simpler, when it doesn't work, it actually makes our lives harder than they would have been in the first place.
Preach.
Boom!
It makes you appreciate the things that aren't anchored by this new technology.
Oh,
like your friends.
not really angry. Can we play D&D?
On another note, this episode is sponsored by Comcast.
This episode brought to you by Xfinity.
Oh, we finally got them sponsored.
Finally got sponsored.
We go legit, and that's how it ends.
Yep, that's how it goes.
Are we like illegal? Like,
no sponsors. But Liz is absent for the beginning of this podcast.
Yeah,
she'll be here
not
later.
kill anyone.
So I was thinking maybe we should do something about that. Like, not a bad thing to Liz's character or anything. But
A
like
good
a
thing?
good thing. Like if she comes and it's like, we've all given her presents.
Well, what if we all came up with a very true, from this moment on, canon fact about Okiana? Each of us around the table.
Okay.
And yeah,
We can discuss
allow
that.
Let's do it real quick. We got 2 minutes.
Let's discuss it as we jump into episode 16 of the Godscar Chronicles.
what the heck was that? The scene.
So the last time we were here, the party had arrived in Mecha City, and after following some leads to try to find the infamous Union rep known as Henry Fenlow, they looked in a number of places for him. They asked around the Union Square, they asked around some shops, some bars, and decided the best thing to do was to go to his house. Didn't work out great, because Ohiana got arrested for assaulting some officers. But it worked out in the end, because Ohiana was released on bail by none other than Dimitri, the ringleader of her circus, who said that she owed him a show on opening night. So she'll have to fulfill that at some point.
In like 3 days.
But that's in the future. For now, the party found itself traveling to the Rust, the outer edge of the slums of Mecha City, to try to find a location that may have had some connection to Fenlow. Ran into some well-to-do, well, not well-to-do, but well-meaning older gentlemen, had some fun conversation with them that I now have to try to remember and keep for later use, potentially, and made their way to an old, decrepit tavern once known as the Great House Bar. Upon entering, they found it was still running, however, albeit with a smaller crowd, and found Henry Fenlow. After discussing with him means of surrender and acquitting himself of the crimes he was accused of, Fenlow kindly told them to piss off.
Kindly, though.
Kindly.
He has tact.
Him and the dozen or so thugs that he had hired to guard him. A fight ensued, which is no surprise to anybody here. But thanks to the quick wit and well-placed spells and shots of our adventurers, the thugs were quickly dealt with, and Henry Fenlow found himself caught in an arcane net because the Pact of the Blade guy can't pick one weapon to save his life.
I didn't know I was supposed to.
No, he can. He just keeps
can.
picking a different one.
Yeah, I know he can.
I swear, if we
He
go back and
found-
listen to the early episodes, we discussed this ability. I gave up breath weapon for this.
I'm not... You gave a breath weapon for glide.
And this.
2 things. Yep. 2 things. Yep.
He tried to sneak that in.
Two breath weapons and 2 special favors from the DM.
Yep. 1 out the mouth.
Drew
1 out the butt.
finds the loopholes and just snaps them in half.
Breath open out the butt.
He just...
I'm not looking for them. They come to me.
He just expands the loopholes.
It's like
What?
that time that Jana played.
Talking about
and
breaking that. So now we find ourselves
Most of them first.
directly after the fight. Henry Fenlow is restrained by this arcane net, and the rest of you are still standing. And the bar is completely devoid of any other life because the
Wait,
rest of the
what-
lives are.
No. So could I just like make a perception or medicine check on people to see if like there's anyone like able to be saved at all?
Not till the
Sure.
Just like
Yeah, sure. Make a medicine check.
No, I'm at
10.
10.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
Because like we knocked out like 3 in the last round, I think.
We killed a lot of
Yeah.
Killed a lot of
so
people.
there's
There's been a lot of people losing
There's
death
one
saves.
alive.
There's probably with a 10 I would say there's probably one soul.
Every life
There was
counts.
one alive at the far end
Okay.
of the thing.
So like I still have expeditious.
Oh yeah, the guy that was poisoned. Yeah, you could save him.
Yeah, I expeditious retreat like just like all fours like over to him and just put my hand on his like chest, like open wound, like a little bit too deep, and then I cast Spare the Dying on him. It's like
Okay.
stabilize him.
Yeah, absolutely. You cast Spare the Dying as he's like sitting there gasping for breath, the kind of green like poison bubbling at the corners of his mouth. But as you touch him, the poison begins to subside and he starts to breathe a little more normally. He is passed out though. He's not conscious.
I don't care. I just want to
yeah.
have less people die. How? Sorry. You can continue what you're doing.
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say you can't save the one that is bent backwards in half.
Oh no, that guy's gone.
That guy's gone.
His spine's through his stomach.
Yeah, he's pretty.
TBD.
TBD.
Yeah.
That's what, can we call that move the TBD? When you snap someone in half backwards?
He has snapped a number of people using the air punch backwards.
No.
Total
Can't control it.
blowing death.
I mean, I can do that.
Because it's air. No,
Yep.
that sounds... Don't. No.
Blowing
We'll
death.
workshop it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's what you guys call it. That's the party name.
The blowing death.
Our name is Total Blowing Death.
Yeah. Hey, there's a bunch of lost orphans in the city. Who can we send? Total blowing death. We'll find them.
Yep.
I don't think so. I think that's a bad.
We'll keep workshopping it. Anyhow,
I thought we had a name. I thought we made a name last.
No, we didn't.
Stop and come with a name yet.
What happened to the?
That happened to the
I wrote a symbol for it.
It happened. It's gonna happen in the next episode.
We had the Kobold Tankard. I thought that was the name.
Well, that's like a joke. I mean, I'm down to be called that.
No,
I thought that was. Oh God, Michelle, quit being disagreeable.
I don't like it. You can fight me.
So,
Hoopla.
What?
So Fenlow's tied up.
he's tied up on the ground.
I skid her back. That's it.
Okay.
Just kick the shit out of him.
Like, all right, I guess now we go back home.
Yeah, I'm totally down to do that. That's,
Kinda-
I don't have a British accent. I'm actually
Caught him. So we go back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should probably talk to the airship captain, see if we can get a ride back home.
How's Fenlow looking?
You mean like bring Fenlow back to?
He's currently on the ground, like, he's not saying anything, but he's, like, tied up and, like, face down on the ground. He's just not, doesn't seem to
I
be.
get really down, and like my face is like playing with like the floor, and it's like look at him, like
Man, staring at someone does not play well on a podcast.
He he's awake,
Yeah,
but he's
you
just,
see
like,
where my
face down,
residence-
like, one side of his face on the ground, and he's just kind of staring off in the distance, like, his mustache, like, slowly twitching in frustration as he is restrained.
okay, so Lucius gonna do something that's very rude. Lucius gonna get up, just plant like his head on like hand on his head to lift himself off the ground. I've really don't like this guy. I'm sorry. It's just like I kick him a little bit. That's so fun, right?
All right, maybe.
Calm down.
No, this guy just like had like 10 people try to kill us.
Did he hit you?
Yes,
He hit you.
I think so.
I don't think he
Well,
did.
still, you should be a better man than that.
No. I don't.
How are you feeling? Are you comfortable down there, Fenlow?
What demon?
Yes, of course, if you wouldn't mind. Of course, I'm not comfortable.
Would you like to be
Remove
put
these-
in another position?
He can lay you backwards.
I mean, you can stand up.
If you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, go ahead. I just like I kind of like lift him up. I ease some of his weight.
Okay, yeah,
Help him up with
using
the net.
assisting him, he's able to get up on his feet.
Is he dirty?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna cast prestidigitation.
Did you say, is he derpy? Are we back
You
on
are
that?
doing so many things so fast.
Yeah, this is how my character works.
Did you drink a lot
I clean
of
him
soda
off.
before this
Like
session?
blood and everything. Sorry, I had to get some stuff out.
Right, well, I might go talk to Jimba, see if I can message him so we can get on.
This is not out of character for me. I don't understand.
The Emerald Treader.
One time.
So, just out of curiosity, Fenlow, who would you like to be brought to first? Would that be what's his bucket?
Just say something. Just answer the question. Let us know.
Tigear or Gaelwyn?
Well, Galen's gonna be a final stop no matter what.
Maybe some of your accomplices.
Apologies. I'm confused. You're asking me who you're going to bring me to.
Yeah, I told you there's no hard feelings or nothing.
I mean,
It
we're not
would have been
gonna be in
easier
bed.
if you'd just been agreeable
I mean, we don't
initially,
even
but
know if you did anything. We're trying to figure that out. You know?
Yes,
right.
here I am assaulted. My compatriots dead on the floor.
Besides him, I put him in the back.
1 out of 10's not
He's
bad.
alright.
But here's the thing, like, it was all self-defense. There wasn't really much self-offense.
Yeah, you did say like kill them. Like there was definitely like
And maybe that's open to misinterpretation. Maybe we thought you were telling us to kill them so we could go with you.
you are
Right, you
complicit.
like you didn't want witnesses seeing you turncoat.
You know, so we're like, all right, I guess we're gonna do it.
I mean, do we even care?
At any rate,
I mean, we gotta
you're
order.
going to take me anywhere, I'd best be off of a cliff. I'm better dead than alive anyway.
Unfortunately, that's not how justice works, so we'll figure out where to take you.
Well,
Presume
wait,
justice.
don't we? But I take the two lizards aside. Okay.
Well, no, you don't. Not if you call us lizards.
Yeah, does he say
well,
that?
fucking
You guys gonna catch me on that? My bad. All right, all right. So, why are we having any like problems with like just taking her straight back to Galen? Like, why do we want to do something else? Because isn't your entire thing like missions, and our mission was to get this guy and
Yeah, that's what we said. Get on the Emerald Treader, take him back home.
Oh.
So he can stand trial for his alleged crimes.
oh, okay. Damn, my bad.
Am I speaking Draconic?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
I do speak
you're
it.
good.
I'm just kidding. I don't.
Yeah, I think he's just got some stuff he needs to work through.
Yeah. This. I gotta say, I just stare off like blankly into like.
I'm glad you narrated this time instead of just doing it.
Yeah, sure. My bad.
Sorry.
So I stare off blankly into this stuff, and like my head twitches a little bit, and I'm like, yeah, something is going on. But I'm gonna.
You can join our memory circle if
What?
you want.
What's
the
a memory
memory circle
circle?
where we try to remember things.
Yeah, there's a lot that's just kind of a big
Well, I
black
don't remember.
space.
Yeah, I mean, like everything like 12 and down. I don't remember.
Well, we can't do it right now. We're busy, but later tonight. if you
Okay.
want. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, actually,
All right,
I think-
that'd be fun. I'll do that.
We should probably figure out how to get a message out to Gaelwyn and also to...
maybe hold off.
Wait. Don't we have a message bowl? Sorry. Yeah.
I think we should hold off on that for a second.
Yeah. Let's do one step at a time. I guess.
All right, so go on, proceed.
What's
Sounds
the
like you
time
want to say
is?
something.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, in your defense, or you want to clarify anything for us?
No, you all seem very gung-ho on your errand to bring me to supposed justice, so anything I say is probably mute at this point.
Don't be a little bitch about this. Go ahead and tell us what happened.
Is that Michelle talking to Calvin?
Listen, we're the most.
I don't know. I'm treading with caution here.
No.
We're your best.
I'm a little
friends.
grouchy today.
Permission to intimidate.
No.
No, he's good. He's kind of already in a vulnerable position.
Listen. You all seem like agreeable individuals, and you're
Finally.
clearly
Somewhere.
being paid to do this. Perhaps we could come to an arrangement of sorts.
You make friends with everyone you meet. Like me.
All right, speak.
Well, perhaps you could use some funds, some favors, some connections, for the convenience of my release. You could have something in return.
We could, but
pretty vague.
first and foremost, tell us your side of the story. You can go on now. I don't know why you're so skittery about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're really not gonna agree to anything until we're convinced that you're worthy of.
Yeah, we're not really in the habit of letting bad people go.
Also, like, to be fair, Fenlow.
Alleged bent people.
Allegedly, yeah. Even if you can tell us like the whole truth without like doing your stupid politician bullshit. Oh, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to curse.
Alleged
I'm so sorry.
stupid politician bullshit.
Yeah, the alleged
Nailed it.
whatever. Like, if you just tell us exactly how it is, because you know a good motivator for a lot of people is money, and that's what you're bringing up. So be completely transparent, and we are way more likely to agree with you.
Well, we're way more likely to not kill you here and actually just take you back.
I listen, man. I'm already carrying one dead person. I can't handle another one.
That's it.
That's pretty cool, right?
I think actually,
I really just want to know we're doing the right thing here. And if you don't give us anything to go on, we're just gonna have to assume that you're guilty. Your silence speaks louder than anything.
I mean, here's the thing. We can ask him what really happened. None of us have a means of verifying truth other than our own intuition.
Well, I assume he did it. We don't usually do things that we think are the wrong thing to do. So perhaps you had good reason for whatever you did or did not do. But we
That's
don't
a good
know
point.
any of this at this point.
That's a good point.
Would you steal bread to feed your family?
What kind of family?
Like, your clutch. Your friends, our hatchlings.
Steal bread
Yeah.
from someone else?
Yeah.
Are they starving?
From someone else's family.
300 gold.
That's not enough, mate,
Yeah,
because
that's a piece.
we can't be bought.
I
Fine.
mean, like,
500 apiece.
tell us your story.
My dear, there's nothing to
gold.
There's nothing
So
to
you
tell.
did nothing? You did nothing at all?
I am simply
It's like,
the scapegoat for an unfortunate accident.
Is he being truthful?
Make an insight check.
All right. Ha nice 7.
Natural one.
Hard to read.
Damn it. You're the scapegoat. I've been the
Of
scapegoat.
course, I
Hold on, I just want to see what 3,000 gold buys in this world.
Well, he's doing that
Unfortunately, at
math.
the wrong place at the wrong time. Miscommunications, misinterpretations of things. I'm sure it will all be settled in the long run. I have complete faith in the justice of House Tolliver and of the Union. But until then, I've been instructed to lay low, which is what I was doing.
Instructed by
bingo, who told you?
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
told you to lay low?
Friends, acquaintances, associates.
Alright, dude, I don't want to play this stupid fucking game. Oh, my friend told me. You know what we're
That's
looking
a
for?
good-
We need a name.
That's a good impression.
I'll work on them sometimes.
I am not at liberty to divulge names of people that...
You're not at the liberty to keep on going with your bullshit.
Alright, here's the thing. I know a thing or two about chasing my tail, and I'm watching this guy do it right now, and I'm about had enough of it.
So you just want to go?
I kind of feel like we should
Do you
probably
want? Do you
just
want
take,
do you want any pastries on your way back? Or
1,000 gold.
do you want any pastries on your way back? Like anything to eat?
someone call Liz. Because here's the thing, I'm team
Yeah?
no amount of gold is enough because the mission is to find
Liz
him and bring him
Liz
back.
100% be arguing this point
I
right
personally,
now.
I personally,
Yeah, she would be on team like, get that money, honey.
Yeah.
So like we
Yes.
need conflicting opinions.
Yeah, I'm on. Nothing but information is going to secure his release.
I mean, for me,
We would have to be convinced that that House Tolliver was in the wrong. He is in the right. We should protect
and
him.
we are direct victims of like what he was doing too.
Yeah, and the thing about
we have to be reminded of that.
Yeah, and the thing about that is like, what can he say that will convince us? I don't think there's.
It has to be a pretty hard sell because like,
and he's a DM politician.
Personally, yeah, and compared to like Galewind, like for me personally, they are. I would rather foster that relationship compared to scumbag like this.
Nailed it.
So.
Yeah.
Although, if we did one fundraiser with him and his pals, we'd probably never need another Dark Knight.
Yeah, but Galen Tolliver.
I'm being facetious.
Are you so sure
Oh, really?
of the
my bad.
Tolliver's nobility in this situation? Perhaps they are the ones that orchestrated my framing.
I don't care.
What gives you reason to believe that?
I don't care.
What gives you reason to believe that I'm in the wrong? It clearly is apparent all of you believe I am guilty of this crime.
That's not true. I'm just trying to figure
You
out.
say the words allegedly, but your actions don't prove
I'm being
it.
dead ass.
Hold on.
I mean, because we were tasked with bringing you back, regardless of whether you're innocent or guilty. Our job was to bring you back. So
We were told by a member of the Pinkertons that you were the one who hired them.
And you trust this thief?
Yes, because he was in the same exact position as you are.
I believe he was probably begging for his life. I have not done that yet.
No, we didn't kill him.
Someone who begs for their life will say anything to get out of it.
Dude, you're saying anything right now!
I have merely stated my purpose and my intent to reason with people. But if reason is outside of the realm of possibility
You
for
literally
then
turned your back towards us, started walking, and then sicked 10 people on us.
Listen,
because you threatened me.
No, we didn't!
we're getting nowhere with him. Why
Yeah,
don't
we're
we
getting nowhere.
Take him back, and maybe on the weeks-long trip, as we draw closer to his certain fate, he will consider that maybe he'd like to tell us a bit more information.
Can I put my head back into the bar? How are the bartenders reacting to everything that just happened?
They are slowly picking up tables, righting chairs, dragging bodies over to the corner, wiping down. It seems like
I put my head back and I was like, I said sorry. I gave you money.
They both kind of just like. No,
all right.
like,
I appreciate you guys.
I think it'd be good if I don't know. I think we should probably check him. Here's the thing: like, we're gonna take anything that you have, and it's not like you don't get it back. I'm gonna put it in my bag of holding, and when we get back,
we're heroes.
I'm gonna give
detectives.
it to the authorities, and when they release you, you can have your stuff.
Oh my gosh!
But I don't need you blowing up the ship that we're on when we're halfway between here and home.
Wait, okay, we should probably be like a detective force or something.
It's kind of what we already are.
For like our names and stuff. Okay, so cool. Like I asked you, do you want anything to eat for tonight? Like I will pay for it because we are hosting. I'm hosting.
Hey, Okiana, could you help me check in for weird things?
No.
Right, I forgot you're not a team player.
I'm kidding.
Tabidi, will you help me?
Oh, Joker, yeah.
So, I'd like to do the old pat down.
Wait.
Oh my god,
he doesn't like to be touched.
Wow. Okay, well then strip naked in front
Fine.
of us.
You want me to beg for my life, I will. If you bring me back to House Tolliver or to the authorities, I will not survive the night. There. How's that for begging for my life?
Why do you... So you have information that somebody doesn't want being released and you think you'll get a...
I have reason to believe that if I were given the chance to have a fair trial, they would see to it that I don't.
That makes sense. Politicians and stuff.
Yeah. So the question would be, what is it that makes you so special?
There's nothing inertly special about me. However, when you are privy to the secrets of a great house, and your uses run out, you become a loose end, which needs to be cut.
Like they didn't pay
I guess if you do go to jail, you're kind of just dead meat.
I have a question. You may know this. What was the small blue chest that was on that ship reserved for? It was reserved for somebody.
Oh, that's a good question.
While I was not directly involved in the daily comings and goings of the imports and exports of House Tolliver, I may have record of something like that.
Which was?
But I don't have it on me.
You can't remember? Like your life depends on it, as you so put?
My life depends on me going back to the Ptolemies.
I mean, I'm like
Your life
spinning
depends
my
on us
revolver
right
on my
now,
finger.
buddy.
Like your life depends on it?
So,
My finger goes limp.
My personal files are in my estate, which, if I were free, I could gladly bring.
No, I don't
if that
think
was
you can
a
go there.
Ooh, but
actually.
your state's being like heavily watched by authorities, though.
right authorities who would kill me on the spot, given the opportunity. You see my
Do we
predicament.
sneak back in with him?
Nope, we don't do that. He's not sneaky, and that's a bit.
I just don't
So-
trust him in general.
Do you
For a
have a way to
moment.
get into your house
I have connections, yes.
without authorities being alerted?
I never said I had to get back in my house, but I know people who could get in
Ooh,
and out
this is bad. This
quite
is bad.
effectively.
I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this.
I mean, I could get him quite effectively.
I'm sure you could.
These are gaining ground and
I don't want to get deeper into this. I kind of just
for a
want to wash my
moment-
hands of this dirtbag.
For a moment,
I
can we just
agree.
table this?
table it.
Yeah. But answer one question. Why did you have the ship burned?
As I have said before, it was
Damn
not
it.
me.
So. Okay. Yeah.
Come on, I can't roll for tricks being tricksy.
Make a deception check.
A tricksy check?
A natural one.
There you go, same result.
Okay. So, all right, friends. I just don't think
Now he'll never trust
I-
me again.
I do love.
Seem a little edgy.
Yeah, true. I do love like connections, and I do like favors, and I like all this stuff that he's talking about. But I just know from my time just exploring and getting scammed over and over again, a lot. I mean, a lot, man. A lot. Okay. Anyways, this
Dun,
guy,
dun, dun.
this guy's selling us something, and obviously he's completely like no power in this like dynamic at all. And like, the fact that we're letting him paint this narrative and even like buying into it even a little bit is really bad. So we should probably just stick to our guns.
Sounds like we need to take a vote.
Okay. One.
All right, so let's be clear. There are two options. Let's be clear of what the two options are.
Okay.
Your voice sounds weird.
Sorry, you know, when I get too serious, I just turn into blech. So two options. Option one being, we fulfill the contract we've been given. We take him back home. We present him to Gaelwyn. We
Okay.
get paid, and we leave this alone. And whatever
And Gillen's happy.
political blech is involved, it's
Sure.
not a problem.
True. I like that. I like
Option
that.
B,
Option B.
Fenlow gives us like 3,000 gold and all of his secrets.
3,000 gold apiece.
Yep, and we pretend we never saw him. And hope that he doesn't get killed.
But there's a lot of witnesses into like what's happening, and honestly,
There's not
Galen-
really many witnesses here.
No, I'm talking about like just we are very I'm very iconic.
Okay, well, how about this? We'll go one at a time and we'll vote.
Okay.
Those are the two
Yeah.
options.
Yes.
Option one,
Yes.
we fulfill the contract we've been given. Option two, we become a little more shady.
Okay.
Starting with, let's start with you, Tabidi.
He must stand trial.
Okay.
Alright.
That's
Well
well.
done, boy.
Respect, man. Respect.
Same.
All right, Kenneth.
I am more towards option one than option two. However,
Do enough
I
of-
don't think we have enough information to yet fulfill option one.
Okay.
This is.
And I'm hoping
look
that on our
stupid.
journey, maybe he'll be convinced to give us some more information.
I have provided you with everything.
Shut up.
We'll see.
All right.
Has he provided us with everything?
Make an insight check.
Oh,
All right.
please. Be
3.5.
good.
Wait. Does Lord Farai count?
no,
Lord
he
Farai
doesn't.
count?
No, he doesn't.
That is an
That
unnatural 20.
Whoa.
Unnatural 20?
Yeah.
Texting.
Yeah.
This text break is being brought to you by.
Preston going to the bathroom.
Hey, don't out me like that.
Hey, what kind of toilet paper is in there?
Preston's
Charmin?
gonna
Brought to you by Charmin?
evacuate his body of waste.
No.
Cottonelle.
No.
I just
I
want to
think
level
it's like
6 so
the
I'm not be
target.
eating more.
Go
Like-
pee, Preston.
That target's too big. We can't shout them.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Go pee.
This text message break brought to you by Wines by Jennifer. If you're in the Parkville area and need a good wine to sip on while enjoying various cheeses and or meats, hit up Wines by Jennifer in the city of Parkville and ask for Kelsey. She would love to hear that you listen to this podcast.
Maybe
because
like
she's a
don't
supporter
give out
spouse.
the information of where your wife works.
Yeah, cut that. What's that? Yeah, that's fair.
This part of the text break is brought to you by Joy Coffee. In
Don't give out where
Independence,
you
Missouri.
work.
I didn't know that. I just said Joy Coffee. I didn't say you just did that.
Calvin, treat this as dead air. We just
cut it all out.
doxed
Cut it
all
out.
of our families.
Yeah. No, I'm letting it
Brought
run.
to you by whatever the grade school is right there off of 23rd Street that my mom works at.
Okay.
She's so supportive.
Now that's dead air.
Did everyone get my text? Okay.
Shut up, Drew.
So, I know that you're terrified.
What is that?
And you are.
It's range stressing.
You're obviously worried you're not going to see the daylight if you get back there.
For sure in that picture.
Is it Tolliver that you're afraid of? Or is there something else you're afraid of? Be truthful. We're the only ones who can help you at the present moment.
Indeed. I fear for my life.
Because of House Tolliver? Or
House Tolliver, of course.
is
Which
it being
side?
truthful that it's House Tolliver? This guy's such a sneaky little snake.
Did you already roll this on him?
Listen,
Nothing's happening right now.
I am a representative of the Union. The Union's desire is to help the people of this land. That is what we're here for. We are here for the good of the people. Sometimes we have to dissuade the great houses from making choices that would give them the edge over their political enemies, as it were. If they don't agree with that, we are relocated, reassigned for our own safety. I am trying to be discreet about my relocation, as this has given House Tolliver the reason enough to take me out of commission.
So your relocation is done by the Union. Is that
course.
correct? How come you hadn't reported for 3 days if you were in cahoots to relocate?
I'm sure I don't know what you mean. I haven't needed to report to anyone.
No, yeah, you should have. We saw some official paperwork regarding you, and why would your house be under observation by the Union?
Bingo! Yes!
And why haven't you reported if
It's
you're being
like a Phoenix Wright
reassigned?
Ace Attorney game. It's like, objection!
And what did you try to dissuade House Tolliver of that they wouldn't, that caused you to have to be relocated? That one's a good one.
You're right. He's
guys are
using
on
your
fire.
brain.
I have said too much.
No, come
You
on.
always say too much, man. You're already over the women.
Take
Alright.
me. I'm a dead man either way.
Okay.
Well, can you tell us who we should be protecting you from while we transport you?
No, we're taking him to who he should be protected
Pat him
from.
down, too.
That's, yeah.
Hey, Glyph, just eat him.
Wait, no. We need to have identifiable parts of him to take off his head and then eat the rest.
Real quick, just clarification. He also eats people? I'm not, like, the only monster in the party?
I don't think you guys are necessarily monsters anyway.
But not raw.
It's like a natural...
Oh, for sure. No, we're not going to eat you, but we will. I think we're all agreed we should just take him back and wash our hands.
Yeah. I think it's better if he's alive because he can be like interrogated for information from House Tolliver, and that would give us more points.
Yeah.
Why are you scared of the Union?
What?
We are dipping dangerously close to paralysis by analysis, and I think we should make a decision of
Let's
before.
take him first.
I think-
we
oh, I
can't
think
even
it-
leave until after the circus performance. Why don't we take him back to the circus and see what the ringmaster thinks?
Ooh, do you think Dimitri can break him?
We don't report to that guy.
No,
Oh,
but
can
he
you
might
guys
be.
shush for just a quick second? Let the man talk. Tickle, tickle. You gonna say some more?
In his defense,
he's
it's
a
probably
broken
hard to
record.
talk behind a forked tongue.
Ooh, that was nice.
You have sentenced me to my death.
Okay,
Well, not really.
I will take it in silence.
cool.
So weird. All right, to the circus.
Why are we going to the circus? Why don't we just go back home?
Well,
Because Ohiona has to perform at the circus to pay back the 1,000 gold that bailed her out.
true.
Leave Ohiona. Okay.
No, I think actually
I mean-
do like the idea of like bringing Dimitri into this.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Why?
because Dimitri's got shady ties with every person in the world. Hey, let's bring this very, very valuable, very high target prisoner of war, essentially, to Dimitri and hope that he doesn't do anything shady in the 24 hours that we're there.
Well, it's just the thing is we're kind of paying him back as well, in a way.
And if there's anyone who can help us keep this guy under wraps.
It's definitely Dimitri.
But what I'm saying is I feel like Dimitri would do the opposite of keep this under wraps.
Well, the thing he has vested interest in, especially Ohihana, which is aligned with us.
You pronounced the hell out of her name right there.
Yeah, every letter, even the apostrophe.
I'm just saying that, like, honestly, out of all of our options, I'm perfectly content with this one.
All right, well, to the Union we go. What do you say?
No.
That's actually not a bad idea. Just drop them off with the Union.
But then Tolliver won't be pleased.
I think that's the worst idea. Oh, wait. Are we tricking him? Are we tricking him?
I don't think so.
Make
Does us no good.
a persuasion check.
Persuasion at 10 total. Shit.
I'll make a persuasion check.
No, that's lower. That's like 3.
I'll make one. Please communicate with us. 17 plus whatever persuaded.
Your persuasion's really high.
Plus 5. 23.
22.
22? Thanks, bro. Come on, tell us. It's for your best interest.
What does it matter? If I die, you'll die as well. It's not House Tolliver. It's the Union. The Union will kill me as soon as they see me.
Yes, you need information.
I was instructed by the Union to plant the explosion at Copper Cove.
Insight check. Natural 18 plus a couple. Plus you're 18.
Yeah.
This
is a guy who has nothing to live for.
Oh, nice. Alright, so then this circumvents almost everything else.
Yeah, let him talk, let him
We should
talk.
probably get on the boat.
The purpose of the assignment was to draw an individual out into the open who the Union has kept tabs on for some time.
Which is? Who is?
That would be your employer.
Oh. They're trying to draw Gaelwyn out.
Miss Tolliver has posed a risk to the stability of our relationship with House Tolliver.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she doesn't speak too kindly of the Union, that's for darn sure. She thinks the checks and balances are way out of check and way out of balance.
And as such, the Union took appropriate measures to dissuade Miss Tolliver. But my plans fell apart, my cover was blown, and I went into hiding.
Yeah, I believe things went missing from that ship too, so you mean to tell me that wasn't the target of whatever was being carried on that ship?
My instructions to them were to simply make it look as innocuous as possible. If they stole something, then that was part of their plan to make it seem more obvious that it was a bandit raid.
Yeah, no, that's like
Is that being
something that we
truthful?
do.
Making another insight check.
Oh, beans. Well, we're not using that one because it wasn't in the trade. That's better. 14. Where's the insight? 17.
I mean, it makes sense. Why would you just blow up a ship for the heck of it? Wouldn't it make more sense to make it look like a robbery?
I suppose, but I'm curious about the things that were stolen and why they were.
Yeah, well, I mean, it might have just been a crime of opportunity. Honestly, I would have done the same thing.
Sure.
I feel like
if you were hired to blow up a ship, and anything you
take some shit with you.
Yeah, anything you take is
Make
yours.
it look like it's not a message.
Yeah, if it was supposed to be, overt, then yeah.
Yeah, of course.
So technically, what I'm hearing, you were guilty of the crimes.
I was instructed to orchestrate
So you were the
explosion.
fall man,
So-
scapegoat, if you will.
Okay, now we find
A
ourselves.
fixer, if you will.
So we find ourselves in an interesting predicament because we tell her this, right? We start something bigger. Give it back to, but also, well, she's shifting power in her favor. We're going up as well.
I don't know. I feel like all of the politics is not really our problem.
Yeah, no, that's totally valid.
Galen hired us. If someone wants to out her, that's probably because someone else is a bad person. If I'm just being presumptuous.
I mean, to say the Union has not been taking advantage of power as well is incorrect.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm
So-
reiterating your point.
I think we should probably beeline as quick as we can to get out of here.
Yeah,
Okiana can run by the circus and talk to him, and if she's got to perform tonight, that's fine. I think it would probably do the rest of us well to maybe hang on the boat and watch him.
Yeah,
Because if anyone catches a whiff of him in the open before we get him,
and we're doing
on-
this outside of the establishment.
TBD. As this conversation's going on,
bitch, it's the trappers.
you watch as Fenlow for a moment kind of twitches
Oh my god.
and then kind of has like a weird, confused look on his face. And then immediately, like, this black starts leaking from one of his eyes. And he just...
Did you guys see that?
What?
Cure wounds.
The rest of you look over and see the Finlow's head drop down and start seeing from the other eye and also from one of the ears, this black just starts
Can you
leaking
do something
out of
about
his...
that, Lucius?
I mean, I can.
Can I roll a
I've
medicine
got-
check? On
Make a
him?
medicine check, yeah.
Spirits
See if
of
he's
dying.
Natural 20.
You've never seen
This, yeah.
this, but as you're sitting there, you hear this sound. A finger of death.
I look like up and like around, like make a perception check.
Make a perception check, yeah.
Shot. Snipe this sumbitch. 19.
19.
Yeah.
There's nobody in the building.
Okay. I talk back to Lord Ferrari like in my head or something. It's like, what is Finger of Death? What is it?
A powerful arcane spell.
Should we run?
I wouldn't stay out in the open.
Everyone get down.
Shit,
I thought we were
trappers.
in the bar.
You are in the
We
bar.
are.
Okay.
Can you spare him? Spare the dying? Can you do
I
that?
think he's dead.
I think we should probably
try?
leave.
I cantrip spare the dying on this.
Has no effect.
I'm
Son
getting
of a gun.
Wait.
So he's dead.
Damn, wait, no, that's metagaming. Fuck. Never
So
mind.
he's dead. Is he dead?
I think, yeah, he's dead. Oh, we take his body. We go back to plan one. This is fine. They chose for us. This is okay. This is all right.
I think
We got the Oh, shit, we got the info.
we ought to get out of here.
Yeah,
we
let's
ought to
go.
get.
Let's go.
Should
Put him
we-
in the bag of holding.
Oh, yes.
He's dead.
Yeah.
You know he's dead. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
put him in there.
I mean, why not?
Do it.
I don't think you could fit. I mean, it's like trying to fit somebody in the trunk of a car. It's going to take some breaking to get him in there.
That's fine. He's
oh
dead.
God! Oh God! Okay.
He's
All right.
dead.
Yeah, I have the bag of holding, and I'm
It's
not
up to
on board
you.
with that.
Okay, cool. I mean, he's dead. I don't... All right.
I got the crowbar.
Just
Oh
crunch,
jeez.
crunch.
Oh jeez.
All right. So let's go.
Is he wearing anything like a signet ring, something that would be proof that
Yeah,
we
magical items. Do a quick sweep.
something
Make an
specific?
investigation check if you're going to do that.
All right. Can you guide me?
How can you roll a 0?
When you have a minus to something.
16.
That was it.
16.
Yeah.
He has a brooch that's resting on his collar that you've seen other indicative of other representatives having before. So it looks pretty well to do. There appears to be a smaller kind of like silver bar set underneath it that has like this kind of like purple like hash marks going across it, which you've never seen on any other uniform before. And he has the black and brown leather glove that was on his hand.
We'll strip
Take
it.
all that shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll take it.
And he's gold.
I'll put those things in
Yeah.
the bag of
Is he
holding.
sure? Is he sure?
Yeah, there's a pouch of gold.
Okay. All right, so
we were gonna leave with haste, and now we're not leaving with haste.
Yeah, that's what I'm
we're
saying.
going.
So we're not taking his corpse. We're just taking his shit and going.
Okay.
Through the sewers.
Well, we gotta have proof of
Yeah, we've got his stuff. Now let's go through the sewers.
whatever.
On cue, you hear ping,
Yeah.
and you hear the slight
We're coming.
from the corner of the room.
Keep bubbling so we can follow you from the
No,
sound of
we're
your
not
voice.
gonna fucking talk about it. Here we go.
All right, so you guys are going?
Yes.
All right, so you all begin to head quickly towards the sound of Pothole, who is standing by what looks to be a small, basically like not a manhole, but like a slant in the ground where like a drain would be.
Oh,
but it
like,
looks like
we think-
Pothole has like made it bigger by like lifting a slab of concrete and like shifting it over or
Hell
something
yeah,
metal.
Paul. We got
So it is big enough. It'll take. It'll be a little bit to kind of
Okay.
get everybody through. You're going to be the hardest because of your coffin. So
Oh, that's
I need
fine.
you to make a
That's okay.
dexterity check to see how
dexterity
quickly
check?
Yeah, go ahead.
Man, that easy money. Easy money.
Okay, he says that, but like, chill. Don't
No,
worry
like
yet.
watch this. 5.
Yeah, so you get in, but you like get stuck near the top. As you're trying to like break through, you can hear it because you've got really good perception. The sound that you've heard a couple times now of something appearing into space, as the sound of individuals apparate into the space.
Hey, Zeph. I'm like frantically tapping your shoulder.
Yeah, what?
I think there's people coming. I hear the noises.
Move,
again.
guys, move.
Okay,
Now.
so
Okay, so anyone want to assist?
All the rest of us
Yeah,
are in
like,
except
so-
for his
yeah,
coffin.
oh, yeah.
He's just stuck like trying to get
So-
through because the coffin's like
alright,
held
so
on. So if you
can
guys want to
I-
help him,
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm reaching my hand out, and as they touch my hand, I'm gonna give them guidance.
Okay, yeah. So you help him through. Go ahead and roll dexterity. You roll strength if you're going to do that. You go ahead and roll another dexterity check. For
Dexterity check. I'm gonna use my talisman
Yep.
ability to get another D4.
me. Okay.
Not great, but
What's the guidance?
oh sweet.
Plus a D4.
12, 15.
Okay.
15 for me. I've been a good
17.
boy.
17. There you go. Both with the help of Zeph, you're able to kind of like shove it to the side and like shove it down in order to get Lucius into the tunnel. As you hear the sound of the door like being like shook, the barred door, and the sound of somebody like shouting from the other side of like stand back, as like the sound of people trying to break through the barred door. They were not smart enough to find the trap door, so you're good to go. But one by one, you all drop through into what looks to be kind of like this this long kind of like metal tube that goes kind of down in a little bit of a curve before dropping into a larger kind of like wide vat. It is very dark in here. There's not a lot of stuff. However, there is like the faint or very strong smell of old oil or like some sort of chemical down here. Seems to be some sort of like collection plate, but it's been so long that nobody.
I worked in like a funeral home and stuff. Like, does it smell like
Embalming fluid?
embalming?
That's a machine shop, probably.
I mean, it's
just
like
trying to see if it's
older.
creepy.
Yeah, it is definitely creepy to be down here
Yeah.
because there's no light and it does smell like
I can see.
sharp. Yeah, you can.
I can see the
sharp.
magical darkness,
But
too.
you guys are down here and you can see the faint glow of Pothole as he trots over to a
king.
small side of the vat, and there appears to be just this slight kind of like tear in one of the sides where it broke or something broke through it, and he's like waving everybody over. Making your way through that small tear, you can drop into a larger tunnel system, which seems to be more of like the water setup of this place. Very similar to what Copper Cove had, but this one is much smaller in size and doesn't have as much water in it. But he can kind of lead you guys through that, kind of splashing down in the cold, dark tunnels, away from the Great House Tavern and away from the now dead body of Henry Fenlow. So, you guys travel for about an hour before coming to a stop, and do you want to try to get to the surface, or do you want to just keep moving through the tunnels?
Yeah, I'm just like.
I say we keep moving
I think we're
down
through the
here.
tunnels.
Yeah.
Can I lead? Can I go in
If you
front?
want.
'Cause I have a
Now
sight. So
might be a good time to either message Tygear and Gaelwyn.
Do we have a message? Do we have a message board? Do they give us one?
Yes, one
yeah.
way. We have a one-way message.
To Tiger?
You have a You have a message or a sending-esque spell that was given to you by Lofish Tabor for potential jobs in the future. You don't have anything for Gaelwyn.
Got it.
Okay.
So you would have to
We have to find.
a way to get in contact with that spell.
I think we found the
I'm not
captain.
within 120 feet of either of those people, so that's not
They just have the message spells. They don't have the.
All right.
Well, we could find another, like, multi-way message bowl.
We can do that.
Maybe dial her phone number.
All right. Yeah. No,
message board.
So the union got their way. So, just like,
In the end, yeah.
what is our?
Yeah, I mean, we could talk about why that happened.
Except they didn't, because
Well, no.
now
The thing is that we
all
did talk
know.
about it, and that's why it happened, right?
No, I mean, we've talked about this before, the need for some sort of hierarchy, or at the very least, someone to make a call. We took a vote, we agreed upon the vote, and then we sat there for 5 more fucking minutes with this very important target, hoping to God that no one would come along, and look at that, someone came along.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Do we not see the issue here?
No, I get it.
We could have had 2 weeks on a boat to talk to this fucking guy. Instead, we chose to talk to him in a bar.
Listen, you brash fuck. You stop talking for one moment. I hate you, and I hate everything about you, and I don't like when you talk like that, and I refuse to talk about it. Bye.
Well, that's fine.
That
You've got a
was-
show to put on. I'd rather just get on the boat anyway.
I expect you to be. I'm tired.
That was spot on.
Thank you.
Well done, Drew.
Thank you.
That was a good one.
I don't know how your Okeana's better than your glyph, but it is.
Okay. So no, I
Can we
understand.
switch characters?
No.
Ask
Me
Liz.
and Liz?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ask Liz. I'm sure she'd be cool.
No, because then Zeph wouldn't be on my team.
Yeah, the driver does matter.
The driver.
The driver does
Yeah.
matter. So I mean, like, the thing is that we're talking and walking. So like the thing is, I still have expedition tree on because it's like
no.
it's 10 minutes.
Oh my
Oh, it's
gosh,
gone.
you're.
You've been walking down here for almost an hour.
Oh, sweet, we're good. All right, I'm chilling.
Yeah.
All right.
I do
No,
imagine
so,
for
like,
that first like 10 minutes, you were just like, we're on.
So for calls and stuff, right? What do we propose? Because like I feel like we have very polarizing. We don't really have a neutral.
Here's the thing.
Thing.
This wasn't a polarizing issue. It was a unanimous vote to move, and then we didn't move.
So then from now on, instead of just hearing the single dissenter out, we just do the thing and we just assert the fact that the group made a decision.
It's not a matter of whether or not we hear a dissenter out. There wasn't a dissenter. It's a matter of we could have gotten him to a secure location and then had all of these conversations, and instead we kept him in a place in the wide open, hoping that nothing was going to happen after we had already decided that something bad definitely could have happened to him.
All right, let's take a vote. When we take votes in the future, we
I'm over it. Hey.
act on them instantly.
How much longer are we just going to walk in, the tunnels until we decide to figure out where we're at?
Listen,
I mean, we've been here for an hour.
Hold on, Glyph. And I pull out, like, some meat whey bread jerky
Yeah,
out of my
that doesn't do anything.
out of my jerkin, and I give him some
Definitely
jerky.
not eating the jerkin.
How about the
jerky out of here.
jergens? Some
brother.
lotion to go along with your
Brother.
jerky jergen.
I think you're a little hangry.
No, I'll probably just get a rat later. Thank you for your shirt jerky, but
I mean, there's a rat right there. Come
Yeah.
on, little guy.
Yeah.
Hey, Pothole, do you know where we are by chance?
Pothole turns around.
Oh, no doubt. Okay.
1 block away from the main library. All right. Well, that's a pretty safe distance.
Yeah, I think
Very
so.
good.
Do people come in and out of the sewer all the time, or?
No.
Okay.
Pothole says there's a
more
ladder
discreet.
over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, no, we speak pothole, guys. Like it's
You guys all understand him?
yeah. We always did.
It's the trick is in reading the lips. That's all
Exactly.
there
That's
is
exactly
to
what
it.
it is.
He doesn't have lips.
No, but like
beak.
he's a kobold.
The kobold beak.
The
Paul,
snout.
please lead the way out of here if you know it. If you don't know,
Why are you so cranky?
All the things that we
Pothole.
talked about.
Pothole, without
Liz.
issue, turns around and begins to happily
You won't believe what
head in a
happened.
direction. After about 5 minutes, he leads you guys to what looks to be some sort of a small manhole cover set underneath or set above you guys. lifting it up, he kind of, well, anybody who wants to go up there and make a perception check, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah. I'm small.
To
and
be.
discreet.
You don't.
16.
No, it's way too hard for you with your, with
With
your coffin on your back.
My coffin's weightless to me.
10.
No, but I mean, like, cumbersome. It's,
Oh, like getting through the hole itself.
You roll a 16, it's fine.
okay.
I'm vibing.
Lucius, you raise the manhole cover and look up, and you can see you are actually not too far from what looks to be the university, the building you passed earlier in the day.
Told you.
You are kind of set back in a small kind of alcove area with what looks to be like a couple of carts and bins all set to the sides of it that kind of block it in. It looks to almost like a loading dock area. Behind you, there appears to be kind of like a raised platform that leads into another larger building. But this area looks to be just kind of like a place where they would offload or load carts and stuff.
So we can
But
just get out.
It's very discreet, and it's also the middle of the night, so you are more than easy to...
So then I will, then
Sure.
I start going up. As we get up, can I ask you guys, so, yeah, there's obviously that problem. From now on, I think I learned something. But, like, the thing, what I'm curious is that do we, I can just write a letter and give it to the captain guy, and then probably have that sent. And instead of, if we have any interest in staying here for a little bit longer, because we really have no reason to.
Circus.
I know.
But after that, I feel like at the very least, we need to let Gaelwyn know what happened.
Can we have this conversation, like, at the inn or not?
I mean, like, we're just in empty city. We're out, like, there's no, like, red alert. I mean,
I'm just a little twitchy about having these deep conversations in places. We did just have our prisoner killed in front of us.
I mean, we did just succeed and then fail miserably in a span of 5
by
minutes.
waiting around out in the open.
Welcome to Arius and meet the Rampack and Party Advantage, a D&D play podcast. Join Manny, Garrus, Roshin, and Tagoro as they travel the vast lands and learn long-forgotten secrets and find themselves in all kinds of shenanigans.
So what are we doing?
Drugs.
We did that in Season 1 already.
Did we?
Well, you did.
Yes!
Tagoro got a taste for him.
Oh god, I'm now the personal healer and I have to take care of Manny?
Well, I mean, your girlfriend was the personal healer more than you.
Remember? I'm a dragon?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I mean, last time you were a dragon, it didn't go so good.
Let's not repeat, okay? X-nay on the Dragnay. Got it?
Tune in every other Wednesday on all your favorite podcast platforms of choice and on YouTube. Will the party find the advantage on their next encounter? Only one way to find out. See you then.
So, the party then proceeds to the Noble Lantern Inn, where they can continue their conversation about what to do now that Fenlow is dead, and their task is, for the most part, complete.
And do we know where the captain would be? The captain of the ship that brought us here?
He's from one of the houses. He told us
He
where
is.
he was.
Yeah, he's from one of the houses.
He is
Where was
from one of the houses. He's from House Sahabi.
House Sahavi. Yeah, how do we... Captain Sahavi is, like, probably on a ship or something.
He said specifically if you ever need to talk. He didn't say if you need to. He said if you ever need a ride to let him know. Not trying. I mean, to just throw a bone. You would assume that he's probably at the palace of the Great House.
Okay, cool.
Because the main palaces or citadels or castles or whatever we'll call it of each of the 4 great houses is here in Mecha City, and then the Great House, which is the seat of the Brass Lord, is also here. So
all right.
the four house districts house the palaces themselves. So if you want to talk to somebody of importance, that would be the place to go. You did actually go try to speak to House Aurelius at the Great House itself during this whole thing, which was at their palace, not at the Great House, because that's like the big old castle. But any important information can be directed to like the palaces themselves, because there's stewards and other people who can like relay that information.
Okay, cool. So then I'm gonna write a letter.
Sure.
To just put G on it or something.
I think it starts with a J.
And then
Jambar
to Galen.
Oh, to Galen. That's a G.
Yeah.
I feel yeah. I thought you saw it.
And then I'm gonna just write out like what I've gathered and the update on the situation. And I'm gonna put like sign like my name.
Do we see you doing this?
No. And then I sign my name, and I put like a heart like above like the eye, because it's just what I do.
Okay.
And then
with my
then
eye
K
perception.
Dot.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Are you doing this like after you guys get together at the tavern? When are you doing this?
Go to my room and fuck off.
Okay.
Because like,
Okay.
Oh no,
this is a horrible idea.
You're just detailing all the information, or like
you're writing everything that we just found out about from the guy that just got assassinated to give to our boss,
so that when this comes back and bites us in the ass, he knows exactly what you did, so that you can't be like, oh, that's not what I told her.
Like, so what I wanted to do is to say that Fenlow is dead. And
I hope you're having a great weekend.
Drinks when I'm in town, winky face.
Hold on.
Oh no!
Are you trying to figure out if you would know if it's a good idea?
I'm not trying to convince you not to do this.
No.
Entertained
Like,
by the fact that you're doing.
Okay, so
shut up, Drew.
I would begin starting doing it and then think about it, and then just be like, just really stressed out and just go to bed.
Okay, that's fine.
So,
do you attempt to write any sort of letter to Galen, or what do you?
My thought is maybe in the next morning we figure out if there's someone in this giant city that has the ability to use a sending spell.
You're in luck. So, if you ask anybody, even the tavern keep, they will tell you that there is a messaging system that the city uses to send messages to and from in a very expedient manner. They tell you, well, yeah, they used to use like birds and stuff, but like the birds don't do it anymore. So like they have like these little like they're like flying robots. So they like fly to and fro and they deliver the message. It's very very
birds
convenient.
are robots.
No, not bird robots,
God,
but it's robots that replacing the birds.
That's a theory. Sorry. Okay.
What do you call them?
I'm sorry. The system?
Yeah.
It's the well, I don't know what it's called. We just ask for the messages and we can send messages. We got one here in the shop if you want to like use it.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
But the system doesn't have a name.
Well, it probably does, but I just don't know what it's called.
What if we give it a name right now?
Alexa.
I am sorry. I was watching Calvin's face.
Try and come up with something.
I thought we were about to get one of his brilliant, like, you know.
It's called the internet.
What? Yeah, like Twitter. I don't know. Oh man.
Twitter.
Okay, next time.
All right.
It was just as much fun for me to watch.
I know. As I have
you doing something. I don't even need to pay.
So he reaches behind the counter and sets out this little, it looks like a copper cylinder, and sets it down with these two kind of large, kind of almost look like screw caps on either end, and inscribed on the side you can see it says the Machine Autonomous Information Logistics Division. Mail.
Yeah. There it is.
Should we?
But he sets it down, and you watch as he kind of like grabs one of the ends and pulls, and it pulls out this piece of parchment.
Oh,
blank piece of parchment. He says, "You write what you want here, and we can send it out. You even can tell it where to go, and it'll go straight to it.
And it's secure.
Well, as secure it can be. You have to, if you want it sent to a specific person, you could use a code if they know the code, or you can just say it has to go to this person, and like it'll like go to that person specifically.
So should we send one to Tigear as well?
I mean,
just say that we need it right in 4 days.
Wait, Tigear's not the boat guy.
No.
Fuck.
That's Jambar. Tigear is Galwin's brother.
Oh, why do we care about him?
Because he believed in his innocence.
Yeah.
And we might as well let him know as
Yeah.
well, since we were kind of tasked. Not really, but he also wanted to get to the bottom of it. That's common courtesy.
I mean, he's kind of an asshat.
What, really? Do
So
we even
I
give
feel.
a sound
Here's
that?
my thing. Thinking out loud, I feel like he might have been friends with Henry, and thus might be a hanged jury on whether or not Henry was actually a good guy. Gaelwyn was strictly trying to pursue the law side of things because he was a person of interest.
Everything's about principle with them, right? He screwed her over. You gotta make an example of that. So the fact that he's alive is very valuable to them. Obviously, now the information's valuable, sure, but obviously, like, what?
Who screwed her over?
Fenlow did. Because he was the one that was responsible for,
at the behest of the Union, he screwed her over, so they wanted to kill him so as to squash this loose end.
Yep.
There's multiple reasons. Yeah, there's different reasons for the parties wanting to kill him. Or, get rid of him.
See, I don't think she wanted to kill him, though.
Probably not.
I think she wanted to try him.
Yes.
And he said the Union was going to kill him when he went on trial.
Yes.
Which is, of no concern to me. Like,
yes.
Our job was to find him and bring him back, so that's what I did.
Uh-huh.
But that's what the goal was.
And now we have, what? We have a costume of a Union officer?
No, we've got a couple of these things.
So, message?
Yes, to Gaelwyn. Not the Tollivers, to Gaelwyn.
Okay. What do you want to say?
Hey, found
You don't have to
Pete.
be specific. You can just tell me what it is.
Well, I'm going to be very vague about it.
Sure.
And nondescript in case for some reason someone disappeared.
Absolutely.
But just found P. P's gone. Have evidence. Or not even evidence, but just have stuff.
Yeah.
To speak as ambiguously as possible that we have found something that might be
found something you might want to know. Okay.
Should we possibly relate the estimated time that we might be back?
No, that's irrelevant.
I mean, if she wants to talk to us, it's very relevant.
Well, the thing is that
we would be wanting to go see her to relay the information directly.
And
you've got to tap on us though.
Also, it might be good for our sake to be like, we are supposed to be here by this date. If we are not,
tell her we're expected back in 3 weeks. It takes 2 weeks to get there, and we might have to spend a little bit of time here doing this. And Jimba might not be ready to go back.
A message bowl, like I requested, would have been real. Yes.
Different handwriting at that.
No, just scrawled.
Like trying to smudge it out and it won't go away.
Actually, he has very meticulous, tiny little handwriting. It looks really pretty too.
The finest of print.
It looks like,
but it's like very angular. It's very angular and sharp because
Extra
we're used to
dots.
drawing in like draconic or something. Draconic. It's like very sharp.
Yeah. So you finish setting that up, and as you finish, you finish writing it, and as you do, you watch as it much like a window blind rolls back into the canister, which then writes itself, and you watch as coming out of the sides of it, these little fins pop out of it, and much like a that
helicopter,
that little zing thing that you would the flutterfly.
Oh,
fairy.
the dragonfly ones.
Yeah,
those things are amazing.
Sky dancers.
Sky dancers.
Sure, sky dancers.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call them.
Are you thinking magical princess?
The
unicorn?
little
they
Sky
spin it and the
pop
arms.
out.
Yeah, so you watch this thing as it starts spinning rapidly, and the fins and it zooms out of the tavern and out into the sky.
Hell yeah.
That's pretty cool. I like that. We should get around.
Okay. Unless there's something you want to do, I will fast forward to the next interesting thing.
Fast forward. Yeah,
Is the next interesting thing the play that Liz has to do? Because someone's got to record
circus?
Yeah, we'll get to that. But unless there's something you specifically want to do, I will say within a day. So later that evening, if you guys have just kind of lounged around today at the Noble Lantern Inn, as you guys are sitting,
go to sleep.
if you get a long rest, you can do that
12
too.
HP and no spells.
As you guys are having dinner, early dinner at the Noble Lantern Inn, the bar is beginning to pick up again. People are coming in to try to get lucky and make some money. You hear the sound of one of these cylinders bzzz, coming back through the tavern, almost hitting somebody as there's whoa, what the? As it and falls onto your guys' table before
Smoke comes out.
Before slowly unrolls and a message appears.
Ronald Weasley!
It's a howler. Slowly unrolls on the paper. It says, to the party that has no name. I'm kidding, it doesn't say that yet. Yes. Did you sign your name on the message?
I just put a G with a gear, like a G within a gear.
Oh, that
it puts a G on there. The message starts with G. Understood.
OG.
Arriving in Mecha City tomorrow at first light.
Nice!
Stop by my home. We will discuss this further.
You gotta be careful as hell.
And as you finish reading it, and kind of as your eyes like raise up from it to talk to everybody, you look back down and watch as the text slowly just starts to burn off.
Oh, that's amazing.
And
I was going to incinerate it, but that's
it clears the page and makes it just a fresh new page, and it and rolls back up. And as it pops back up, a waiter comes by and like picks it up and puts it on their plate of stuff and walks it back to the.
Dude,
we gotta get one of those.
This is my favorite part of this world.
I sketch a bird. I don't know anything about the magic, so it doesn't mean shit. But I sketch a bird.
Okay. So
we ought to maybe take shifts watching out tonight.
I think that's a good idea. I think that's actually a really good idea.
I'll go first.
Okay. Make a perception check as you take the first shift. Are you guys so
perceptive to go with me?
Got it, mate.
Let me ask this question. You guys are staying at the Noble Lantern, which I believe you have for a couple days. That you've paid up for a couple days now, so you should be okay. Are you staying in multiple rooms?
I would like my own room.
Because you're in your own room.
I would like.
So that's one.
The three of us.
Two. You can fit. Yeah, he's small. You could fit three in a room without.
We actually share the same bed. It's okay.
That's not canon.
I remember.
I'm just gonna go.
I could be wrong.
Put the kibosh on that canon.
I had the vague memory that we had that somehow when we first got there, they asked if we could like make like a big room.
We didn't do that. We wanted.
Oh, did you? Okay. Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, that could be why I remember you were paid up for a little bit because you did that. Okay, thank you. Thank you for reminding me.
Buy my own room for that night.
Okay.
However long, I will buy my own room.
Okay, so it's the large room and a room adjacent to it. Easy enough to do.
Yeah.
That'll be
How much?
It'll be 2 silver for the night.
Okay, 2 silver. I give him a gold because I'm tipping people all the time.
Do you want to use that to extend that room stay or just for the night?
I don't care.
Okay.
You can keep the change.
Okay, that's
I'll
fine.
pay again if I want more.
Sure.
And then during the entire day while everyone's doing their stuff, I think Lucius is going to go to stuff he knows because this stuff's out of his depth.
Sure.
And he's going to start working on that 150 gold pieces worth of alchemical supplies. Start making potions.
Absolutely.
Doesn't matter what kind of potions. He's going to be making random shit.
Okay.
He would like at least make a couple healing potions, but like...
Sure.
Yeah.
Are you doing experimentation as well?
Sure.
Okay. So this will be go ahead and roll a
silly goose check.
I'm trying to think of which one I want you to do.
I always pass
because this could be intelligence or this could be dexterity depending on how you
So
do.
I feel like this entire dynamic between Lucius and his patron is that he's feeding Lucius information because Lucius, he's an intelligent person, but he's not like Rev level, right?
Okay.
So like he's really good at taking lessons learned from other people.
Sure.
That's why he's always asking questions and always making connections.
Sure.
So I honestly would probably I'm more of a vessel for him to work through.
Okay. So what kind of a role does that mean?
I mean,
is that more dexterity then?
Yeah, I would feel like that'd be more dexterity.
That's a great argument for that. Go ahead and roll a dexterity check for me.
Okay, and then I'm gonna. Yeah.
Hey, it works with you.
Yeah, no, I think that was brilliant. Yeah.
Can I guide
yes, dexterity
can
for
I,
this.
Can I guide myself as well?
You have the talisman, so yeah.
Well, I can guide myself too.
You can certainly.
I'm
do
gonna
that.
stack those because I'm very bad.
Why
at
not?
this. All right, cool.
So go ahead and roll.
Thank you, I appreciate it. All right.
Are you super dexy?
Yes, I am very dexy. Natural 19 plus 3, which is look, natural 19 plus 3. Hold on, I'm not even rolled d4s yet. All right, 22, and then plus 7. So
let's go.
29.
Okay.
It's all because of Lord
You
Fair.
can
I did not do
now
anything my own.
create potions at will using no
That's not the
material
thing.
costs.
I am not smart enough for that.
It would have been. I would have been a double roll, but I see what you're doing there.
Thanks, Lord Farquaad.
Let me ask this question.
Don't say that.
Were you trying to make something did you have something in mind when you were doing it, or were you just making?
Lucius finds the alchemical process. Like, this is what he does when he's like, either if he's not reading a nice story or something, this is what he does when he's stressed out. So this is something that he puts all his emotion into and figures that, like, honestly, I don't think he has anything in mind. He's just putting in his emotions into it and having that cathartic experience. And,
Okay.
into So that's what it'd be.
He's being guided.
And, he's being guided. He's enjoying one-on-one time with his patron. He's vibing.
He enjoys that.
He's friends with him.
As you're sitting there kind of beginning to pour the chemicals and parcel out the supplies and kind of setting them in the small vials, lighting the small fire to begin breaking down some of these elements, you hear the coffin is set off to the side of the room, just kind of resting against the wall. You're kind of sitting down. The light is dim in here, and so it's casting shadows across the corners of the room, and the little fire's just kind of making a flickering light. After about an hour of just kind of working with your hands, you hear the sound of the voice. Is there something on your mind? You kind of look up and see, you haven't seen in a very long time, but the almost corporeal form of them sitting across from you, just kind of dressed in their simple yet well-defined wizard robes, bare feet tucked underneath the folds of it, just kind of looking, just inquisitive and looking up at you with just a slight concerned look.
Yeah, I mean, there's always stuff on my mind. I mean, when is it and not wondering and stuff? Wandering is like, it's not weird. Like, wandering is like you walking around, but we say wondering, it's like you thinking about something, right? The way that you say it, or is it just me? Because for me, because when you say like I'm wandering around, that's not what I'm thinking about right now. That's what I'm thinking about right now. But yeah, no. I mean, all I do is wander.
It is a posing question.
Is a very, 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 very weird question. It's just these people that I'm around and stuff that I'm getting into. I'm always like read stories about these people being like super smart and like super like not necessarily manipulative, but like always turning situations into their favor. And like I tried channeling one of those people, but like I don't think I'm cut out for it. I just don't know if all this stuff's so stressful, and I'm not used to this. I mean, I always wanted to see like the world, and I always wanted to like experience things. I mean, like we had to defend ourselves, and we had to like do some things that I never thought I'd ever do in my life. But it's just really stressful, and it's hard to make friends with everyone, and it's very scary. Even though I'm the scary one, I'm always scared. But the curiosity outweighs it a lot, and that's why I keep on saying screw it and jumping in. I mean, that's... But, I don't know. I start shaking the potion. Like...
And they smile. You have always been one to assist those who need it the most. It is a trait not found in many, and even less so in those willing to do it. Do not fear your gifts. Do not think they make you outcast or unworthy. I would not have chosen you to herald my cause had I assumed that you could not do it. You have chosen quite the eclectic individuals to align yourself with for this time.
I mean, like, I get... The thing is the problem is that, like, the kind of person I am, I always like hearing what people have to say. And what... It's just... Our group is very just... I understand where everyone's coming from, and I don't know what to side with or what to do. And then every time I'm like, oh, I disagree with you, I always come... I feel so all over the place. Like, I don't know who I am, and I don't know... Also, I gotta say, don't know who I am. It's very... Those shards that come out whenever you're fighting and stuff, they mess with me. Like, I don't know how you feel about what you did and all that stuff, but like when when we fight and I get enveloped in that darkness, I see a lot of people, or what used to be, or remnants, and they affect me. I've never been the kind of aggressive person like today or yesterday. I've never. I'm happy you missed, but I've never had that intent, like, ever in my life, of just taking away someone's life. Like, it was just anger, and I'm not an angry person, and it's scary.
The world of the undead is full of that meaningless violence. It would not be undead if violence was not the issue. You have the power to give life, but also to take. In there you must find your balance. And Lucius, just because you have powers that can heal or hurt, does not mean you are a danger. Sometimes to protect the ones you care for the most, you must bring an end to those who would bring it to you much more quickly. This does not make you evil or wrong. This makes you capable of compassion. This makes you capable of love. It is a strange line to walk. This line between life and death. Truth be told, there are not many who are worthy of walking it. I certainly am not, which is why I need your help. But when I am gone, Lucius, I am not the only person who will need your help. Whether they believe it or not, these people will need your help. Whether you agree or disagree is up to you as a living, breathing person with hopes and dreams and ambitions. Do not fear making the choices that define who you are. You are becoming more than the coffin maker's assistant. You are becoming a true hero.
I've always read stories, but I would love to read a story about myself. I mean, besides the one I've written, like, by myself.
This world is full of heroes. Many of them in the past.
Have you seen that kid? He literally bent someone in half!
He is terrifying.
Like an accordion!
I would not want to be on the wrong end of him.
I know! But he's so nice at the same time. I don't...
It's a strange dichotomy. The point is, most heroes are stories of old. It is time to make new ones.
Yeah.
And you watch as the flicker of light continues to kind of come in and come out, and you look back up, and in their place is just this kind of thin layer of gray smoke that just slowly begins to just kind of drift off. But you look down at your alchemy kit that you kind of forgot about, and setting on the little stand, the fire now kind of embers underneath it. You can see this little vial, and the stuff that you mix in there has produced this kind of royal blue liquid.
How much gold did that cost to make?
That cost you... Go ahead and roll...
D20?
Go and roll D10 for me.
D10. What crazy thing is that? Yeah! 7.
7?
Yeah.
It cost you 35 gold pieces.
35 gold pieces. Honestly, I'll take that.
Yep.
Okay.
And you receive a potion of heroism.
Potion of heroism.
Which you can find that in D8. The next day, as you all take your watches, no issue with taking watches.
He rolled a 14. I relayed the message.
I rolled 100.
no issue in the night. Nobody coming to kill you yet. You guys wake up the next day feeling refreshed and getting ready to head out to your next place, I would assume, which is going to be
Gaelwyn's house for brunch.
So you guys head out
for brunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the morning.
Specified, but I thought that was.
It felt that way. She seems like the kind of person who invites you to brunch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
In the morning, you guys make your way towards
strong brunch.
The district known as the Tolliver district. You can see this area has the buildings here are not as spread out and not as ostentatious as the District Aurelius was. It seems to be more of a practical setup. The buildings here are a very old design, though. Very much more decor on the outside of the buildings to kind of make a display of nobility without being, clad in gold, for lack of a better term. But it is quite a nice place. The streets are clean. The people seem friendly enough, amenable enough. You are at one point definitely hailed by some of the guards of this district. You can see kind of the blue and grays of their uniforms denoting them as guards of this district. But you have a House Tolliver medallion, so without issue you are sent along your way until you reach the palace of or House Tolliver itself. This large, basically European-style castle with what looks to be kind of old gray stonework with like some ivies and stuff hanging off of them. Beautiful brass and copper inlays kind of set the accents and kind of bring some color to some of the setup here. The large banner of House Tolliver with its blue and gray colorations is hanging off of every baluster there is. But you guys are ushered to the main courtyard of House Tolliver and then led into what looks to be one of the smaller buildings within the compound of the palace itself. You're led into a very large kind of looks to be longhouse type room with a very long table on it. This looks to be kind of probably an eating space of some kind, not the main dining hall, but impressive one nonetheless. And you are all sat down at one end of the table, and if you guys want to, you are offered drinks and food without issue provided for you.
Breakfast time.
Very, very, very good. Looks to be like it's a mixture of egg and potato type dishes, all kind of baked in.
Nice.
Quiches.
Yeah, kind of like a quiche. Yeah, with a breakfast beer set before you guys. It is very good, very, very good.
I'm hungry.
After about 20 minutes of enjoying your food and kind of sitting quietly, you hear the sound of footsteps coming down one of the steps off to the side of this room. You can see descending the steps there looks to be two guards. They're very clean, double-breasted uniforms as they come down and kind of stand side to side of the door. And then descending the steps is a much more refined, yet still trying to maintain a look of
functionality.
Thank you. Gaelwyn Tolliver. As she descends the steps in almost like a power suit with a skirt.
Oh fuck.
Okay. Yeah. So definitely more formal, but still trying to maintain a sense of functionality. So, but cool. She comes and sits down next to all of you and. Good morning. I trust you. I trust your trip here was uneventful.
No, it was actually quite eventful.
It was super eventful.
Apologies.
Pirates and all that.
The trip this morning.
Oh, this morning.
Oh, this morning, yes.
I don't know if the rest of your journeys you'll have to fill me in.
Yeah, it was pretty wild.
Kind of a mess.
I hold up a bloody crossbow bolt head. That's like just dried now.
Oh my.
Yeah, this was inside of.
We're at the dinner table, buddy.
Oh, is that weird or what?
Yeah, it's not kind of.
Drops it into a cup.
Yeah,
oops, sorry.
I Where is it?
Are you saying which cup has the dirty bloody?
No, I didn't actually do that.
I can see through them all.
I didn't. I took.
It's that one right there with the pink water.
Yes, you got it.
Nice.
I couldn't drink the breakfast beer anyway.
Galen kind of looks at all of you. So, please, what you found Fenlow?
So, okay, should we go somewhere private or something?
I mean, it's okay. So how secure is this place?
She kind of looks around. We are as secure as I believe necessary. Do we need a more secure location?
Perhaps.
Probably be a good idea.
Very well. Please, if you'll follow me. And as she stands up, the guards kind of like step forward. It won't be necessary. I will be taking them to my study. And they both kind of... Milady, the orders are... Your orders are to protect me, yes? Yes, ma'am. Then you can do so here. I will be taking them to my study. I trust them enough that they won't kill me. And besides, I can hold my own. She turns to all of you. This way, please. She leads you guys through this very well-adorned palace. A maze of hallways and bedrooms and rooms of various kinds. But she leads you with a sense of know-how and just exactly where she's going. But it's very beautiful in here. There's paintings and tapestries adorning the walls. There's small sculptures and vases all throughout here. You can see that there are servants and stewards and guards of various shapes and sizes kind of moving in and throughout this area, all with this very curt nods, bows, or curtsies as Galen leads them all. No sign of any other nobility people that you can see at this point. But she kind of leads you guys through many different paths before leading you to what looks like a rather large study. The dome-like in structure, like the top is kind of domed out with what looks to be these small kind of instruments and different kind of like things hanging from wires and strings up in the air, kind of like a scientific Cracker Barrel, if you will.
I can picture it.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. But she steps in, you can see scrolls and parchments all kind of strewn throughout many drawing tables.
Scientific Cracker Barrel, that's a band name.
I love that.
Strewn through many different drawing tables,
Lifestyle choice.
Made in kind of like a half circle around the back side of this study. Walking in, she closes the door and kind of looks at all of you before holding a finger up. Walking to one of the drawing tables, she pulls a small drawer out and takes out this small, looks to be like silver cone and sets it down. Before waving her hand over it, she begins to mutter something, and you watch as these runes appear on either side of the cone. And as she finishes the incantation, about a minute later, she looks up and says, "We are now protected from any rudimentary intrusions that would be attempting to look in on us. Unfortunately, it is not foolproof, so hopefully you did not arouse the suspicion of anybody terribly powerful."
Oh, well, hopefully not. I don't think they know that we know all that we know, you know?
Well said!
We can use that to our advantage.
Very eloquent.
I mean, we talked to the Union and we told them we'd try and find Fenlow. We did find Fenlow. They didn't see that we found Fenlow. They killed Fenlow.
The Union killed Fenlow?
Okay, that last part's alleged, but it feels like it. Hey,
somebody killed the Fenlow.
Would you be willing to regale?
Yes. So essentially, we found him, talked to him. It took forever to get any information out of him, which I think is honestly his own fault because he just wouldn't cough it
It
up.
was almost like someone was trying to run out of timer or something.
It was strange. Anyway, so we did lots of questioning, and he seemed afraid.
Just as a point of order, you don't have to do it. You could just say all this if you want to
I'll
do that too.
say all of it.
Okay.
You're already in it. You might as well just keep going.
Honestly, that's what a true Southerner would do. Start a sentence and not worry how long it would take to finish it. So anyway, after we did all that, he started leaking, and that's where we are present moment. We escaped in the sewers.
Somebody does not like what you are doing.
Cough, cough, the Union.
Oh, yeah.
Don't.
What was it that he advised you not to do that caused him to be relocated?
Well, so, like, it was never him. It was the
advised
Union
me.
that instructed him, so the Union had a problem with
No.
what we were doing.
He said that he had advised her to do something, not to do something.
Yeah.
Fenlow
Was
never.
that a lie?
Fenlow never spoke to me. He worked directly with the household head, as it were. I was not ever viewed as anyone of import.
Can I roll, I'm gonna roll an insight check, not onto what they're saying is true or not. I'm
Sure.
saying the demeanor of Galen currently seems way less, more, I want to know if they're putting on a persona or something.
Go ahead.
To make us more
Sure.
empathetic.
You'd like to be insightful.
She's less intense than she was.
Yeah, because she was definitely way more intense when we were in the bar, but they're
Sure.
probably putting on... She's also within her house, so that might be a subconscious thing. Insight. 15, but I'm going to use Talisman to get a D4 on that.
Sure.
4.
Yeah, 19.
19.
Yeah.
With a 19, you can tell that she is definitely... There is a sense of demure about her in her...
What does that mean? Demure.
Like refinement.
Refinement?
Yeah, she definitely is not...
withholding.
She's not in the sense of, I have a secret to keep, but...
Preserve it.
As opposed to the Galen who was at a bar explaining this all to you, and someone who is now dressed in basically royalty at a house, she definitely seems to have an air of, I have a place. However, the news of Fenlow being dead has definitely caught her off guard. And she continues, and you'll see why, because she continues. This is shocking, to be sure. I did not realize that they would go to such lengths to remove him. I had my suspicions, but I never knew it was the Union.
So does this start war between you and the houses in the Union? If that sort of information
the Union doesn't have a house. They are...
No, I'm saying the other houses. I'm saying like House Tolliver.
Are you guys going to unite and cause something bigger?
House Tolliver would never make the accusation that the Union was involved in that.
That's pretty treasonous actions.
If it can be proven, yes, but you've now said your star witness is dead.
Yep.
This
Absolutely did, yes.
Super dead. Never seen anyone more dead.
As a domino.
And I worked in a mortuary, like...
The Union will most likely write this off as an accidental thing or unfortunate thing, and we'll be back to square one with accusations and speculation. But why me? Why would they target me?
He said it was to balance power.
Maybe they're more
They
scared
know
of
about Tiger.
What?
Tiger seemed to think he was innocent, so what about Tiger?
My brother is much older than I am.
Uh-huh.
He was born, firstborn of my father's house. His mother was the first wife of my father, and thus he was in line to inherit House Tolliver when my father passed away.
Right. Makes sense.
Tiger is inflicted with a disease of the mind. He's slowly losing his grasp on reality, as it were. There are fits of insanity. They're mostly placed under wraps, but if word got out that he was incompetent to lead House Tolliver when my father passes, the line of succession falls to the next... it's rather complicated, but essentially the next true child of my father. My mother was not technically nobility, so my heritage is slightly askew. However, because I am a true child of my father's, it would fall to me. But the Union must know how my family deals with the females in it, and must be trying to find a way to throw a kink in those plans.
What?
If a house does not have an eligible child to inherit the seat, whether it be by age or by some other means, the house falls under the purview of the representative until the time comes for someone to take that. If the union wants me dead, I assume it's because the only other person who could take it is the youngest of the house, but he won't be eligible to take the seat for another 12 years or so. And by then, it's irrelevant. House Tolliver will be under the purview of the union for years at that point. Whatever the union's aspirations will be under.
So I'm happy that we went back to them with this information.
So, sounds like you should,
I'm happy we came back with them with this.
Up your
with this
security.
information.
It would seem so.
So what's the play?
Well, why do you believe that they want you dead? Seems to me they wanted you threatened.
They wanted to draw you out. That was the entire point.
That is how he said it. Draw
you out.
I have not been... It is true, I have not been involved in my family's business for most of my life. I only started because my brother invited me as... I have skills in creativity. I am good at creating things and drawing up ideas. So when the imports and exports of my family started to suffer due to several things, parleys with Udall and attacks in the sky, my brother, unfortunately, to his chagrin, asked me to provide some help, to which I jumped to the chance, using that as leverage to be able to get out and see more, especially once the ship exploded. They needed ideas, designs to safeguard them against such things. That's why I did it, but before that I was doing more discreet things to help my family.
Taxon. So, I know we don't want to go all conspiracy theory, but people, larger groups and stuff can be the cause behind a lot of things like proxies and stuff. So you're getting, so they basically want to assassinate you. The entire boat incident, okay?
It was a ruse to draw me out.
Yeah, that. Tax on your family business in general.
That's possible.
And parlays with Udall.
Being the House of Imports and Exports, our family was in charge of
communicating with
commerce negotiations with Udall. Those have fallen amiss as of late. We assumed it was because Udall was becoming more self-sustainable in some of the items that we were sending them. But I would not be surprised if the Union has a hand in it. The Union wants us to be fully autonomous from Udall in all ways, shapes, and forms.
This is very backwards from how I usually expect these things to go. Not gonna lie.
You are from Udall, I assume, yes?
Yes.
Well, that would be why. Udall is much more liberal with the way that they're...
It's really cool.
It's more liberal with their leadership and the way it's held. Here on the Brasslands, we've learned from mistakes and have imposed several things to enforce that, and because we've enforced that, it has allowed for restrictions, unfortunately.
It's just like, thing is that when you restrict everyone and then allow like a very small number of people to like do whatever they want, usually there's always gonna be someone that exploits that, right? And in this instance, it's the head of the union or whatever.
It is my belief that the union has allowed itself to be fully absorbed into each house and thus draws power from all of them. The lieutenants of the union are heirs of the houses themselves.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow. So they're becoming a single thing now, basically.
Not entirely. It is several members of each house, but one of my cousins is a lieutenant in the union under their leader.
Oh yeah, what's his name? We may have met him.
You've met the leader of the union?
Oh no, I don't know.
I think she meant the cousin.
Yeah, the cousin.
Yeah.
I don't know. My cousin's name is Isaac. Isaac Tolliver.
Isaac Tolliver.
No, I don't think we met him.
He's the master of law in Copper Cove currently.
Oh gosh. We probably have run into him.
But no, he serves under the... I don't know him, I've never met him, but from what I understand, his name is Rihan, I believe, is the head of the union.
Rihan?
Rihan.
Kenneth and Glyph would recognize that name. It was on the report.
One of the 12?
Fenlow was supposed to report to a man named Rihan.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Now that you say it, I remember it.
Fenlow was supposed to report to them.
Rihan.
Rihan. I don't know. Rihan is his name.
Fenlow was supposed to report to him at some point.
He's the head of the union.
He is.
No. Oh, he's the head of the union?
Sorry. This voice kind of sticks after a while.
It's really good for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, do we have any background on this guy? At all? Do you know, like, where...
what do we know about Rihan?
So we, like, psychoanalyze him, you know?
Sounds famous.
Is he ambitious? I mean, he's the head of the entire uniform. Like,
is he noble?
I
don't think that's it.
I don't believe so. Rihan, you cannot be the... the union designed itself.
No, you misunderstand. I mean, is that part of his character? Like, is
oh yeah, his character, not like bloodline.
Is he a noble?
I'm not sure.
Well, I'm just saying, if I was
I don't know how to say that the right way.
There's a lot of stories where like one of the main like antagonists came from nothing and built themselves an empire and.
Aladdin.
Who was that? Who are you, sir?
Oh, he's a riffraff. Street rat. Some people don't like that, though.
I don't bite it. I'm one of the people.
Throw him out. Toss him out on his canard.
Alright, so you said you're...
Canard.
Where's this guy? How do I find his...
Petard.
Jean-Luc Picard?
Put him on his Jean-Luc Picard.
Alright, cool. Where
do we go from here?
Yeah.
That's an excellent question. This leads to a much more intricate web than I first thought. I simply thought it was a leech of the Union trying to make a few more coins for himself, but it seems like something much more...
I mean, that sounds like part of it, though.
For sure.
I was referring to Fenlow. I assumed it was his doing, but to say that he was instructed means that there's much more to this. You haven't spoken to Tiger, have you?
No, not yet.
A couple of us tried to talk to him in public.
That was back before we even left, though. I tried to be like, "How you heard from your friend?" And he kind of cold-shouldered me.
Speaking about, I would appreciate if we continue that understanding.
Don't talk to him.
If Tiger were to find out about this, he would probably send me back to school or some mind-numbing life outside of... Right now I have the freedom to come to and from the house as I see fit. But if he were to hear of me gallivanting around, as it were, he would probably deem it not proper and confine me back here.
Fair enough. We can do that.
I would appreciate it.
Also, bearing this information, this valuable, good information, make sure... do we have protections?
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If the Union somehow knows that we're traced back to this, do we have protections?
As much as I can provide, yes. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do given my station, and my brother cannot know about this.
Can't know about what?
He can't know about my involvement.
You missed it. Okay, you missed it.
Was that a joke?
Because he's
It's kind of like
little.
that. Hey, we don't even remember.
Perhaps.
Oh, that, yeah.
Perhaps.
That was good.
I just went right over.
Perhaps.
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 Schnaps.
Perhaps Asma could help.
Who?
The warlock?
Hey.
Wait, the race
Like
of
hay
people?
fever?
Asma.
Asmar?
Oh, not asthma. You know, sometimes I get in a hay.
A-Z-M-E-R.
I don't even know what
A-Z-E-M-E-R.
Guys, I don't know what an Asmar is. Shh.
Asma.
Are you kidding?
No, I don't.
He's a friend of the family. He works at the university. Perhaps he could provide... I don't want to say too much without his blessing. If protection is what you're looking for, and if you're going to continue... I'm getting ahead of myself. I will pay you for this information on Fenlow. Your contract with me is complete at this point. You are more than welcome to back away from this situation.
Cool.
I am not... I do not want to impose that you are or need to be involved anymore.
I mean...
But...
Yeah, we're just waiting for that big old butt.
I see what you did there.
But you have proven yourselves to be quite useful. And, frankly,
We high-five.
the first group of people that I have been able to trust outside of a select few. I would not expect a group of mercenaries or adventurers or whatever you call yourselves to
Both.
be willing to share in my secrets. And I respect that, and I hope that that trust is extended.
Mercenaries.
Mercen scale.
That's not bad.
We are the
What did you
Mercen
say?
Scaries.
Adversaries?
Adversity?
We're just coming up with all kinds of stuff. Adversaries is pretty good.
I like adversaries, guys. I'm not.
We'll come back to it.
Yeah.
I rolled a 4 in support of that.
What if we're the Matt Mercenaries, though?
Come on.
And a 3 of
Trying to distance that, man.
Natural 20.
What about
Natural 20 on adversaries.
So you love it. I hate it.
No.
Alright, anyways, we get back
Back to
to
the task at hand.
Sorry.
You were giving us
What
potentially
about
another job.
Glyph, Zeph, Tabidi, and the rest?
Yep. What about my two dads?
And 3 other folk.
Yeah.
My 2 dads and 3 people.
It's the TBD story.
Tabidi and the Sunshine Band.
Yeah.
Tabidi and the Greasy Bitches.
I mean, there's all kinds of options. Let's get back to this. We're almost done. You are by no means obligated to continue pursuing any more leads, but if you want the jobs, and I can provide as much resources and compensation as possible.
Are we going to be going to different places?
I'm sure if you're following leads, you're more than welcome to.
So, like, not just, like, here and also, like, Copper Cove, we can go to other places in this place. What is this country called?
The Brasslands.
The Brasslands. That was in character.
That's fair. You're more than welcome to, I would assume. I don't
That's pretty cool.
assume that you would have to stay here, but...
What, head of university?
So are you suggesting that we might become like your band of helpers on retainer?
Your shadowy arm, as it were.
Yes.
When you need us, you call us and we come and...
Call us the Ravens.
If that
for
was-
gathering information.
If that was something you wish to do, yes. I can only do so much here, and you seem to have been able to gather much more information in these last few weeks than I have been able to do in many years, especially on the Union. Now, again, most of it's hearsay, but we, in theory, helping one another, we could start finding ways to start brick by brick bringing this down upon its own head.
And could you help us to perhaps clarify some things about our past that we're unsure of?
I'll do everything I can.
Nice.
I have the ability to... I have many research assistants and ways to collect information. It would take me some time, but if you needed something, I'm sure I could find something out.
Yeah, no, sorry. So this Asmar individual, he said he's the head of a university?
Asmir is a...
Asmir.
He's an advisor to... Oh, that would not work.
What?
But Asmir might know. I will send you to... We'll send you to the university.
Okay.
Perhaps Asmir can help you. But I'll send you with some backup to make the connection. He'll be able to provide maybe some more security assurances if you decide to help me out.
Is he okay? I mean, while that is very important, there's an angle of this that is important to just me. I'm being upfront about it. So Asmir, like, could he have like connections to like knowledge about like the deep iron or maybe like. Just like, does he have access to a vast amount of knowledge? Like, I'm assuming, right?
Because being a student of the university, Asmir has access to all of its libraries and research departments.
Access to all the libraries?
Of course. Anyone who is a part of the union has that ability. Okay. But he also has access to a few other less obvious things. But I want him to size you up before allowing
that's totally okay.
That information.
I'm just saying, I just want...
But I can arrange a meeting if you would like to maybe bridge that gap and see if there's something that could be done.
I mean, for me.
No, I agree. I think that's
I like this.
I mean, I think it's a good setup.
Excellent.
What? Use your real voice.
Sorry.
Splendid. And she kind of stands up and kind of brushes off her uniform. If you're ready to go, I can send you with someone to make the connection if you would like.
In a couple days, right? Oh, yeah.
No, we could. I mean, the university's in the city.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is in the city.
This place is so big.
It's where we pumped up out of the sewer.
It is massive.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Very nice sewer.
I do have one other thing, and I'll show her that the pen. That wasn't the union pen. It was like the little hash mark pen. Have you ever seen this or this symbol before?
Yes.
I don't know. It looks like... Okay, better. She rolled 2 different checks. It is magical. I don't have the ability to identify it here, but perhaps if you have that...
Okay, but I'll try and find someone to mess with it.
I'm sure someone at the university would be more than willing to do so. But let's send you on your way, yes.
Is it a necklace or something?
Right.
It was like a pen that was like underneath his union pen that looked kind of like a hash mark.
I'm going to identify, so I'm going to mess with that later.
He should be here any moment. I'll have him make the connection for you. And as she says that, you hear on the door.
Housekeeping.
She kind of nods to you all, takes the cone, puts it away. You may enter. And the door swings open, and you can see stepping, kind of lowering their head to step into the door, the large white and gray furry form of a familiar Leonin who you've seen before. And she nods, she points to him and says, he'll make the introductions. And that's where we'll pick up next week with you guys and Eromir heading to the university.
Wait, are you sure there's not someone else who can show us around? Oh, no, it's him.
Oh, this guy.
He smells so bad.
What a mess.
He may smell terrible, but he's quite effective. That's why I keep him around.
How much money do you get?
He does smell terrible.
How much did we get?
Yeah, so we'll just go ahead and do that outside of the game. But you guys got about, because we never agreed on it, and I don't want to be stingy with you guys. No, that was the other guy.
Oh, why did they go with him?
Well, yeah, what's that?
Does it have a comma in it?
Did we talk about how much gold we found on his body?
1,000.
If you shut up, I bet he'd tell us.
I will say you guys got
Not you specifically.
1,600 gold out of that.
All divided by...
Together. All together.
And we got paid before Eromir walked in the door?
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
You don't have... we've already explained that you don't have to give him money.
We see Eromir eyeing our hands as we're putting away our gold, and he's just like,
what? Nothing?
Quit peeking!
He's got plenty of it. Don't worry about it.
How much did we find on the guy's body?
At any rate, you guys can do this math later.
And
No, we're not going to get to that yet, because I have things in mind. But until we'll figure out what happens, you guys can do all that later.
Level 5 is going to be big for all of us.
In the interim, thank you guys for playing. Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you guys next time. Until then, goodbye.
Bye. Bye.
listening to the Wild Magic School Bus. We hope you had a great time listening. We always have an incredible time making it for you. You can find new episodes each Monday on whatever podcasting platform you use, and if you're feeling extra philanthropic, you can leave us a 5-star review. It helps us out a lot. If you want to stay in the loop, we have socials. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at WildMagicPod or on Reddit at r/WildMagicSchoolBus. If you're enjoying this podcast, let us know by saying hello. We love making new friends. Thanks for listening. See you next time.
If you're a witch, you'll float. If you're not a witch, you'll sink.
Yep.
Yeah. So you.
No, it's actually if you drown. Yeah, you're drowned if you're not a witch.
Yeah. So basically, it solves the problem either way.
Yeah.
Like, you're too hot. My husband likes you. You might be a witch. Test her.
Yep.
And she's dead.
Oh, she survived. She's a witch killer.
Burn her. He's like, can I just drown instead?
What if she turned you into a newt?
Yeah.
A newt? I got better.
To be fair, man, like
to be fair,
you have to choose between drowning, and burning alive.
Seems like a pretty easy choice.
But the thing is, because you do fall unconscious relatively quick. But the thing is that
burning fall unconscious like that.
But when you're burning alive, it takes like 30 seconds for your nerves to go dead. Which is a long time by being burned.
I don't want to be firsthand to
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Yeah. That is true. Your nerves will burn away eventually, but the way the fires are done, that doesn't happen instantaneously.
No,
it's like 30 seconds, and now I can't feel my knees. And now it's on my chest. Oh, now it's burning my hair. Now my face.
The groin has got to go through to get to your chest.
Like
they're not putting you into like a cremation.
Weird conversation. Plug it in. I don't have the internet.
Yeah. Well.
Plug it in.
All right, I'll plug it in.
The world was a dark place.